back to The Spell, where we hopefully find out what the heck is going on. Which one's newest? And wait, what's the month? I need to know the month. Huh. September. Well, let's go! Hold on. Yes, I had to actually freaking check. I was not the only one that saw that flicker, right? She was, she was in fact. She didn't really want to live there, with all the memories still very much vivid in her mind. She would probably cry at every little thing she heard her eyes would fall into. Knowing by his reaction, if I'm correct from last episode, he was kind of questionable. It was Emily who asked her to say this. She told Emily Delos that she should make sure he wasn't using her. That was it. The only reason he was taking care of her money. Hopefully he has somewhat of a job. But now, he told her that she still owned the house. He didn't sell it, he wasn't using her. She, sure, was acting a bit strange. Emily had told her to especially look for that. But that didn't prove anything. Not yet.
You're right. Forget I asked. It's not important anyway.
Easy close. If you really want to forget, he said nonchalantly, although his hands were gripping more strangely at the steering wheel than ever before.
Alright. We'll find somewhere else.
I already found a good place. If you're interested, this is... You can come visit with me tomorrow.
Great!
I have a feeling something's going wrong. Silence returned swiftly, as if the true master of the black sports car, they were close to the apartment. If she stopped in her inquiry, there may not be another chance for her until dinner. She might not have the courage when that time comes. At that point, I can't stop you! Have fun!
By the way, Roxanne didn't come to school today. Do you know anything about that?
No.
You think she might be sick from Saturday?
No.
You don't seem to care all that much.
Not really. But you were acting really chummy with her a while back. She was sad. That Saturday she had enjoyed so much was obviously only fun for her. She probably saw it as a hurricane, if nothing else. Maybe he noticed that she was pressed by the words, or maybe is crude more than she thought. But then he said, "What? I'll go check up on her after dinner, alright?" Hopefully she's not dead. Hopefully she's somewhat conscious. I want to see how this story progresses. It's a good chance it might involve death. In that case, I want to see how this progresses, if it includes death. She nodded, though She didn't know if checking up on her would mean at her house or a hole he dug somewhere. She should be fine. Blood went everywhere. I'm going. He uttered one hard on the doorknob, and the other fidgeted in his pocket, probably searching for his keys. You want me to relay a message or something? Oh no. Lois mind failed with all sorts of thoughts. Apathetic ones, high. Why am I forgetting names now? Empathetic ones, thankful ones, sympathetic ones. But she insisted some settled for something simple and generic. Tell her I enjoy our time together. Right. He looks at the dead body. She enjoyed our time together. Oh god. He mumbled, and then went out, a distant look plastered on his face. Well then, she was lying on the couch, television running in the background, her eyes, cell phone. She was thinking. She had been thinking for the past few days, much more than she normally would. Still, she could never arrive at a complete conclusion, a good conclusion. The 11 years she's been living in this world never prepared her for this kind of dilemma. But it seems that even another 11-year-old would be enough to really understand the depth of everything that is going around her. And, well, to be honest, even I don't think anyone would exactly be prepared for this. Some might, but even when I was 11, I wouldn't really know what to fucking do. The fuck? She took something out of her pocket. Something small. Something small. Made out of her steel. With a uh, regulator from, she looked at it from a time. And then made a decision. She would do nothing. She would forget about it. It didn't know if it was alright decision. But she wouldn't wanted to stay true to her feelings. She nodded to. She had to. No. No. Something Steve said to her and came back to her mind. You can make yourself believe anything you want. You can make anyone believe anything you want. Long you can find a use for it. How though? That's the question. How? Maybe that's what he meant. Maybe that's what he was telling her. To close her eyes, the things she didn't want to see, and make sure that nobody ever noticed them either. And then fire started. She got up slowly, took 12 steps unevenly, and arrived in front of the door. What lies beyond this unknown? As many truths exist behind. It is there is constant consciousness in the world. She opens it, but not without difficulty. her instincts trembling, was making everything look immeasurably more heavy and difficult than it was actually was. And we started questioning what the fuck was going on. When the door ultimately opened, and the darkness from unknown trembled, made itself known. Sure, Lois froze. No apparent reason. Because it was on fire. Everything was exactly the same as it was 2 days ago, minus the blood. But she was still unable to step forward. The fear was gripping at her heart, welling her down, scaring her out. Taking one step in front of her seemed like an impossible task. What was a more 30-second feat? Well, it felt like an hour as she started towards the darkness, which held knowledge, definitely her ignorance. Yeah, it's called what the heck's going on? Turned on the light? Don't tell me he came back and turned on the light. At least her head reached the side of the wall, practically unconsciously, and flipped the light switch. In the heavy motion, the light which approached almost instantly was a cue to keep up the momentum. And do we need to know more? She entered the room, dashing, almost fearing the door would close on her if she didn't act accordingly. A jolt of shivers ran down her spine. Welcome back to the amazing artwork brought to you by Hangover's Cat. They've done well so far. They've intrigued me with the last series I did. I'm gonna let you guys. I don't even know if I'm gonna put it in the description of this episode. When the lighter in her right hand, she went down on all fours, literally dropping her knees. It was as though she was reenacting the scene from 2 days ago. But instead of searching for something, she was returning what she had robbed. What had corrupted her mind? Freaking lighter? She wanted to do this quickly. She didn't want about it. She wanted it to be done with it, or she told herself. She let go of the cursed object, understood that, returning her arm and her side, and then pushed it with all her strength on her hands and toes, in order to get up as quickly as possible. But she's not as supple as she thought she was. And then she fell over. She fell on her butt. But after staggering multiple times over, it had quite a lot on her mind. Because blank to the time it took to understanding what had just happened, then her eyes returned to what was in front of her. A bed! She noticed the closet. She had never really acknowledged it until now. It was open, just a tiny bit. Just enough to sparks something dangerous in her mind. The ignorance she held so dear was not in a direct conflict with a newfound curiosity. And she found a dead body! Don't tell me you found a dead body. She got back on her feet slowly, slower than ever, almost as if she had forgotten all about the urgency that drove her to stumble in the first place. In no time at all, she was in front of the big, large sliding door. It was calling for her. Please don't tell me we're gonna find a dead body. She pulled the handle to the slide easily. Blankly, the room was empty. It at least empty in the sense that it was not used according to the its usual utility. The only thing inside the wardrobe is a backpack studded sitting in the corner. See that prepared? She reached out for it, and that's when she realized there was something else. A gun. A gun that with a large metallic part extending its tip for no logical reason. It made her think of that things action heroes put on their gun in order to silence them. She left the gun where it was and unzipped the bag effortlessly. I had a feeling he wasn't gonna sell the gun. Everything had become easy. The moment she parted from the cursed object, or was it a simple convenience? Convenience, perhaps. I don't freaking know, but we'll figure out more next episode. And I hope all of you have a great and wonderful time. And I hope all of you have a great and wonderful day too. So I'll see you guys next time.